Welcome to Homefront Sitrep. I hope you're in for a great show today because I'm just a veteran talking about what's on my mind and maybe yours.
You can find Homefront Sitrep on Apple, Amazon, Spotify, or wherever you find your favorite podcasts. You can also check out Homefront Sitrep's YouTube channel.
Buckle up, the show is starting.
Out on the edge of the battle and back, we've carried the weight and we've walked every track. From desert dust to the fire at home, we've learned how to fight, how to stand alone. But no one tells you what comes after the war. When silence is louder than the guns we bore, that's where we speak, that's where we heal. Stories too real for Hollywood reels. Welcome to the front lines you don't always see. We're warriors to battle just differently. This is our check-in, our voice, our step. This is the Homefront Sitrep podcast. For the fallen, the fighting, and those who came home. For the brothers and sisters who still feel alone. We're holding the line with truth and respect. This is the Homefront Sitrep podcast. For the fallen, the fighting, and those who came home. For the brothers and sisters who still feel alone. We're holding the line with truth and respect. This is the Homefront Sitrep podcast. It ain't all medals and waving flags. There's pain in the silence and weight in the bags. But we've got a mic and a mission to share, to tell the damn truth, cause somebody's gotta care. We laugh, we cry, we cuss, we pray. We honor the ones who ain't here today. From basic to battle and back to the block. This is our rhythm, our round table talk. Welcome to the front lines you don't always see. We're warriors to battle just differently. This is our check-in, our voice, our step. This is the Homefront Sitrep podcast. Still heavy in dreams out of reach, full of lessons the textbooks could never teach. We're sounding off, no filter, no prep. This is the Homefront Sitrep podcast. So if you've worn the boots or love someone who did, if you swallowed your hurt and kept it all hid, pull up a chair, you're not alone. Welcome to the front lines you don't always see, where courage meets scars and raw honesty. This is our anthem, our truth intercept. This is the Homefront Sitrep podcast. For the ones still standing and those we've lost yet, for every single story we'll never forget. We speak so others won't forget. This is the Homefront Sitrep podcast. Real talk, real facts, real life. Homefront Sitrep podcast, where the mission continues.
Welcome everybody to a Sunday edition of Homefront Sitrep. How is everybody doing? Gunny, how are you, sir?
Good, man. We friggin' had a great weekend. Had a show on Friday up in Findlay, Ohio. Wasn't for sure if we were going to get in, man. There was probably about a 40-mile stretch of storms between Dayton and Findlay. And it went from nice and sunny to complete blackout, and then get on the other side of it. And yeah, we made it happen. And then, of course, on Saturday morning, man, at Jay Mattingly, finally.
I know. Hold on. Let me go full screen with you because that's a wicked looking bottle.
Let me shut that light off there. Look at that.
That's a pretty looking bottle.
Man, talks about a little bit about our mission, what we do for Team Fast Tracks. 2 years in the making. Thank you, Jay Mattingly, for that.
And the flavor profile here is really good, too.
Yeah, buddy. So the steering committee came together a couple months ago, sat down and figured it out. There's some hints of vanilla, some hints of cherry, some hints of caramel. There's a nutty flavor in there too. Little bit of heat in the very right spots. Oh man, I'm so excited. I was there for 2 hours, so from 11 to 1, 64 bottles went out the door in those 2 hours that I was there. And
oh man,
yeah. So I know a few of my teammates have already contacted me and or Mark and saying, hey, I've ordered bottles. They're waiting for you for the next time that you're there. But yeah, super excited, super stoked. It's finally here. Can finally talk about it more, right, than I have before. And of course, the Warrior Honor bottle is still there. The Warriors Honor Cruise bottle is still there. Mogadishu Mile Kentucky bottle is still there for sale as well. Those last two bottles are for sale on the J Mattingly webpage. The Team Fast Tracks bottle won't get out for another week or so.
No.
But if you do order from the webpage, just know that it's a 3 to 4 week turnaround for the shipping, because it goes through a distributor. So, if you order, tomorrow, right, Monday, you order, it may not get to you until towards the end of August, just because of that shipping turnaround, because they use a third party distributor.
Don't it give you an estimated delivery date, if I remember correctly?
Sometimes it does, yeah. If you do order for, like, if you call the store and you live within Kentucky, they can ship within Kentucky.
Yeah.
If you call the store, so they can ship it out that way. But if you do it online, it's through that third party distributor. And, like I said, it's a 3 or 4 week turnaround. So I know there's a lot of people that have ordered, other bottles, other special bottles, and they're like, hey, we don't have our bottle yet. It's a process, right? Just trust the process. You're going to get your bottle. What I will say, though, is there's a lot of scammers out there that says, hey, this is my WhatsApp, and, contact me and you'll get a bottle. That's not how this happens. You either buy in store from J Mattingly, or you buy online at J Mattingly. That's it. There's no other person or entity that has the specialty bottles. Now, the Night Stalker Association or the Night Stalker Foundation may have some of those bottles that they have already purchased, right? And you give a donation, you might get a bottle, right? But that's those one-offs, right? It's their bottle with their branding and stuff that they've done. Like Team Fast Tracks, we're not buying a bunch of these bottles and trying to sell the bottles.
Right.
That's not what we're doing. So, but yeah, other than that, man, today took off down to Augusta, Kentucky, to Augusta Distillery. Being from Maine, it's hard to pass up a great lobster roll. And if there's anybody that's listening on here, if you're in, Indiana, Ohio, Kentucky, and the Naughty Lobster comes to your area, I don't care what you have for plans for dinner. Cancel your plans and go to the Naughty Lobster. It's $26 for the plain. You get, two pickles, 2 round pickles. They're a little spicy, but they're good. You get a nice size split top bun, just loaded with lobster, warm drawn butter. You get homemade chips, salt and pepper chips. Man,
Look,
I could have gone back.
As many times as you go to the Naughty Lobster, as you travel all over the place, you need to talk to them and say, hey, I'm part of a podcast and we would love for you guys to be one of our sponsors.
So I tell you, Tater, I'll reach out to Tater. He served, and see if he'll come on and talk about what they do, and see if we can't make something happen there. But yeah, dude.
Let's do it. Because I've seen them here in Mount Washington. They've been in Mount Washington maybe once or twice. And then there's another one that's
no, we don't talk about that other one. We don't talk about that. It's not even close. Not even close. So the Naughty Lobster is more of a Connecticut style roll, like warm-ish drawn butter.
Yeah.
Clump lobster, right? It's not like a lobster salad or a seafood salad, like a traditional Maine lobster roll with mayo and all this other crap in it. I know I'm going to get a lot of heat from a lot of my Maine friends and family saying I'd rather have a Connecticut style over a Maine style. All day, every day, come at me. There's nothing better than friggin' big chunk lobster on a split top toasted bun. There's not. I'll argue with it all day.
There you go.
But I mean, they have different ones. They've got like the hot, and I will tell you, there is heat to it. They got that little aioli that they put on there. Boy, that thing touch your lips. You want a fire hydrant nearby just to cool that thing off.
Nice.
But yeah, no, it was good, man. And then I went up and to the drop zone and delivered the bourbon that some of the teammates had purchased. We got our Warrior Weekend coming up in 2 weeks, or I guess a week and a half now. So yeah, some of the guys and girls wanted their bourbon before Warrior Weekend, and
that makes sense. That makes sense. I mean, to have it before the Warrior Weekend, so that's that's pretty cool. I mean, yeah. So my weekend actually is pretty relaxed this weekend, honestly. The week wasn't bad. After Monday, The week wasn't bad, other than the heat being out. Being outside working every day, the heat it just wears you out, bro. It wears you out.
Today was stupid.
Oh yeah, dude. We went to church this morning. Then we went from church. We went in. We went and got lunch at Texas Roadhouse. No, we didn't go to Texas Roadhouse. That was yesterday. But today, yeah, it was just today. The heat was bad. I just like, no, So we've been home. We got home and just it was a chill day with the family. And then my youngest had to go to work at 5. So our adopted son is here, Caden. He's upstairs with my oldest, and my wife is upstairs. And then our adopted daughter, Deb, she'll be here later tonight. She's going to be spending the night. And, so I love that our kids' friends that we call our adopted children can come here and feel comfortable enough to sleep.
Yeah.
Like Caden, like earlier, he was just in the living room in the chair, and he just fell asleep and just started sleeping. And our dog got in his lap and would, that's he don't sleep at home. Like he literally don't sleep at home because he don't feel comfortable. But yet he can come here and he can sleep, and that's what we love. We want our home to be a safe space for our kids and plus their friends. So that's always a plus, So I'm gonna make a meatloaf for them here in a little bit with some red eye gravy, which I call red eye gravy. It ain't really traditional red eye gravy, but what I do is when I make my meatloaf, I use tomato sauce, and that's what I put on top of the meatloaf. And then around the meatloaf is water and tomato sauce. And then when I get done cooking the meatloaf, I'll take the meatloaf out. And then I'll take the flour and water mixture, mix that together. And then I'll pour it in that tomato sauce and make a gravy out of it.
Oh, yeah.
It's phenomenal. What's up, Rich LaMonica? How are you, sir? I do want to say thank you, Mr. Rich LaMonica, for this. Guys, if you don't follow Rich LaMonica with the Misfit Nation, bro, you need to go get this wicked coin. There's the front. This thing is wicked. You know what sucks about this camera is it wants to see my face.
Yeah, right. It keeps zooming in and out on everything.
So this coin is wicked. I'm sure Rich is probably going to have some that he might have available. I don't know yet. You did have a great designer. I might know the guy. Oh, this one.
Yeah, I tell you, it's easy when the person that I'm designing for already has a great idea and a great plan and what they want, and all I got to do is put it together. I mean, I think we made 1 or 2 tweaks on this thing before we sent it to Brent, and then it came back, and Rich is like, I want to try this color, this color. Once it leaves my hands, it's all up to whoever I'm designing for. But man, yeah, Rich, I appreciate it, man. It was you were easy to work with, so yeah, it's pretty easy. And I saw Matt's on here too, and I got his purple heart coin here somewhere. I think I changed everything around.
Is that the one that I like? The purple coin that I like?
Yeah.
The one that I want.
So he was on when you weren't here.
Is that Matthew Sean?
Yeah. So him too. We talked last year. We were out in California, and he's like, "Hey, I want to change my design. This is what I'm thinking." I drew up something on a friggin' napkin and sent it, and then I got home and did it. And I mean, again, when they have a great vision and they know what they want, it's easy.
Yeah.
Or like Troy with this one gives me complete creative control to do whatever I want, and it's easy. But thanks, Rich. It's greatly appreciated, and it looks great in the collection for sure. That shiny gold, man, with the colors that you chose and your background and everything, it makes everything pop.
It needs to be right next door to the Homefront Sitrep coin I see over there too. I see it in the corner, right there. But they need to be side by side.
Man, it's too much flag, man. That's like Mark when I think I moved his over further too. Yeah, his is on the other side. I moved everything around this past weekend, and all these Mogadishu model coins, and then I had Mark's coin beside it. He goes, it dragged all the flags, drowned everything out, and I'm like, yeah, I'll try to break it up. So I broke it up a little bit, and except for each Mogadishu model coin has a different sponsor on it. So those are all side by side, but yeah, for the most part, I changed everything that I've designed is over here.
Oh, you see that?
No thanks,
Rich.
Rich.
Just down in Tennessee, though.
No thanks. Hard pass.
If it's not the what's it called? What's
The naughty lobster, man.
The naughty
I'm
lobster.
telling you.
The naughty.
You're paying. You get less at that other one, food wise, consistency wise, than you do the naughty lobster. I'm just saying. I've driven. Mark drove 2.5 hours from his house to come to the naughty lobster in Augusta, and he wouldn't even drive 8 minutes to go to the other one. Just throwing it out.
Oh man, that tells you something though. If he's already tried the other truck,
yeah,
but yet he'll drive 2.5 hours to go to the naughty lobster, that does tell you that hey.
I mean, I grew up in lobster country, right?
Yeah.
So everybody's like Maine lobster. It can come off the coast of friggin' Massachusetts and be the same damn lobster, or the coast of Canada and be the same damn lobster. It's all that North Atlantic, lobster.
Yeah.
Crusher claw, pincher claw, all that stuff, right? That warm drawn butter, man. I'm just saying that there's nothing that matches it.
So I saw a lady on TikTok or Facebook Reels. They were doing a lobster bowl, lobster, shrimp, crab, mussels, while they were in the campground that they were in, and she used Maine lobster, and she used like three different crab legs, like the snow crab, king crab, and
it's probably stone.
Yeah, and then she put shrimp in it, mussels, and some lobster tail. I was like, "Holy cow, bro! You're doing a seafood bowl for sure."
Hell yeah!
But
yeah, you got me coming from Maine, right? Lived there for 20 plus years. My family's still all up there. I would much rather drive and get a naughty lobster roll than that one that Rich talked about. That's.
So have you had the one that he was talking about?
So they were at Taste of Cincinnati,
okay,
and I saw the two, and I just don't like that cold seafood salad in the roll, right? So if you take a regular hot dog bun, split top hot dog bun, I'm exaggerating a little bit, right? And then you go to that other truck and you're getting this and you're paying more.
Okay.
And the naughty lobster, you get your chips with it, where you have to pay extra for with the other one.
Okay. I got you. So Rich is on here. He sent me a text message a while ago to honor this Marine up in Michigan. His name is Derek Perry. He's a Marine Corps veteran up in Traverse City, Michigan.
Traverse City.
During a Walmart. Yeah, Traverse City. Yeah. Swift action during a Walmart stabbing thwarted potential tragedy. So there was a guy who stabbed somebody up there. And
11 somebodies.
Perry. 11 somebodies. Yeah. Oh, yeah. It does have 11 people here. Yeah. Holy shit. So he held him at gunpoint until the police officers could come in and do their thing. And then I guess they were able to get the people out and to medical attention. So definitely want to give Mr. Derek Perry a Semper Fi, because he did what we were trained to do in that situation. So
another jarhead putting their life on the line for people they don't even know. You had Sergeant Major do it, a couple, last month or so. Yeah, right. I see that a lot from a lot of people. But that Sergeant Major on the plane that subdued the guy, coming into Houston, I think, or Dallas or something. But what we didn't mention last week, Willis, but both of us just had brain fart or whatever. How many shows we done, Willis?
Well, as of Monday, we are at 201. So on Sunday, when we had the Call of Duty endowment, we were at 200 video episodes. That's an amazing accomplishment, because Travis will tell you a lot of podcasters out there get that pod fade. They get started and they're rolling, and then all of a sudden they just fade out. And here we are. We're at 202 now. as of tonight, 202 video podcast episodes. That I just want to say that's because of our faithful people that come and watch and listen, and we've been listened. We have been listened to on every continent
except for Antarctica. We can't say
except for Antarctica. Except for Antarctica. But every livable continent, let's put it that way.
Yeah.
Every livable continent we have been listened to. Africa was the last holdout, and we just had like 5 downloads in South Africa.
Yeah.
So I'm super excited about that. Being 200 plus episodes video wise, and then plus all the audio.
And we got getting referrals from Rich and some of the other guys out there too, and vice versa. But and it's great to have those relationships with the other podcasters that say, hey, this person would be great for your show, and vice versa, right? So instead of you, and I'm not going to say us, you going out there and vetting everybody and finding everybody and trying to cover 2 days a week, Rich,
that's hard, bro.
Yeah, Rich and a lot of the other guys and girls are, forwarding, referrals and stuff like that too.
Yeah.
And I've brought some to the show, and it's all people that I know and have worked with in the past. But still, to 200, and some of it's just like this, you and I running our suck or whatever. Or Candace running the show, or me and Candace running the show, or you and Candace, and you and previous host and or other guest hosts and stuff, right? So, but yeah, for have one platform have 200, meaningful episodes, right?
Yeah,
it is pretty phenomenal.
Yeah, that's phenomenal. But it is because of all of the people that come back and watch regularly, whether they're here tonight, right now, or they're going to come in later, or they come and watch later on, or listen later on. That you guys are the reasons why we do this. We do this to host great organizations that are out there to help us veterans, and not even just veterans. I mean, some of the stuff that these organizations are talking about will help just regular humans in their day-to-day life.
Yeah.
But great episodes. And we've been very blessed here at Homefront Sitrep to be able to continue this mission for 2.5 years, 3 years in February. And I can't wait to see where we go from here. We've got some great partners with Heroes Media Group, Elite Engrave and Military United Podcast Streams, Reefs Across America Radio, Valor Coins and Pins, some great organizations. Yeah. And then we've met great people along the way, like Rich LaMonica with the Misfit Nation, Ty, Matt, and Al from the Triple Threat Vets, Travis with Oscar Mike Radio, and all these other veteran podcasters that we have come to know as family, friends and family.
Yeah.
They're your extended family, the family you chose, not the family you were born with, but the family we chose.
Yeah.
And
sometimes that's more meaningful than the blood family. You know what I mean?
Yes.
But and we'll see a bunch of those family members here in a few days, since it is the last Wednesday of July approaching. We've got the tip of the spear coming up on Wednesday night, so we'll see a bunch of those guys and gals Wednesday. So I'm excited for it.
Yeah, and then we got on Monday we got Joe Stazioni, USMC veteran and founder of Prospect Hill Flag Company. Can't wait for that show. He he's going to come on. So he served from 99 to 2003. So that's a little bit after us, or kind of at the tail end of us.
I say that's
for me.
I mean, yeah. I said I was in that whole time.
Yeah. So tail end for me. And then his journey includes founding Arizona's largest veteran motorcycle ride, working with renowned organizations like 22 Kill, Defenders of Freedom, and then ultimately turning his love for motorcycles and art into a life of healing and connection. So I'm super excited about that. And Adam Bird from Heroes Media Group is one of those. He sent Joe to us. So I'm super excited about that. And Rich had him on his show a couple weeks ago. So super excited about having him on our show, and then being able to pass him along to, Triple Threat Vets podcast, or Tab with The Oath We Took, or just passing him along to other veteran podcasters out there to share his story. And Rich, I need to send you an email with some of those that reached out to me that want to come on our show, but it's not a fit for our show. You got to remind me, because my short brain over here. So I need to send the email to Rich with some of those.
Yeah.
Because we've had some that reached out that are not a fit for our show, because we're looking for organizations out there that help veterans. And not saying that they wouldn't be something that would be okay for our show, but it's not our niche. You know what I'm saying? It's not what we do. Rich, on the other hand, he looks for organizations that are veterans that are doing great thing in the business world, or authors and stuff like that. So it'd be a great fit for Rich. So I got to send him those guests. And then we got that list we got to look at, Gunny. Me and you need to go through and see which one of those, because we need to start filling in. August, September. I think, is full.
September.
Yes, September. We got I think we have one in September right now that we got scheduled, maybe two. And then I got a few more that I have on from TikTok that I found. Like, one's called I'll Carry You Home. It's another apparel company here in Kentucky, in southern Kentucky, I think, near Bowling Green area. Army veteran, and he's got a apparel company called I'll Carry You Home. So I'm gonna reach out to him again and get him scheduled for September, and a few other organizations that I got that I want to get to come on and as well. But
I don't have anything until Friday. We've got the Kentucky Veterans Hall of Fame jump coming up on Friday down in Lexington. Nice. So I've got one of my teammates here staying the night. He flies out tomorrow from Arizona. So I'll take him to the airport tomorrow. But other than that, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, I don't have anything. So I'll go through that list and check off and send notes and everything to you. And
all right,
we'll figure out. But yeah, Friday, I'm out of pocket. I've got Kentucky Veterans Hall of Fame jump. I'm always included in that one every year since I got inducted. Matter of fact, since I got inducted into the Kentucky Veterans Hall of Fame. And then from there, I've got a meeting. I don't know, somewhere.
Yeah, somewhere. Yeah.
Somewhere over near Louisville, I got a meeting. And then Friday or Saturday, man, I'm on the lake. I'm fishing, and I'm just going to be here for them crappie. So yeah, I'm going to be slaying crappie Saturday, as long as the weather holds up. And then we have a Mogadishu Mile meeting, just checking status on things and making sure we're good for.
So you're coming to Louisville
October 4 for like 5 minutes for a meeting and then leaving.
I got you. Yeah, you stay busy, and you're just getting busier and busier. Martin Cobb, what's up, brother? How are you, sir?
Yeah, I mean, it's stupid. I just wrote out part of my August schedule, and Warrior Weekend for me as an ambassador starts next Wednesday, and then goes through to Sunday, and then the following week is Miles's first day of school, like midweek they start school back. Yeah. And then I have something that weekend. And then the following weekend I'm in Texas. So I think that third week, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I'm in Texas fishing. So I may not be here for Sunday's show, depending on what my flights look like. I won't know until this week. What day is that?
We might not even
Sunday. That's the 21st, maybe.
In August?
The 24th.
That's the one we got Tony coming on with, not service connected.
Yeah, so I've got that day. I may not be back in time. I just don't know when my flights are. I'll know this week when my flights get booked. I got what that looks like. And
so I sent out our coin to Rich, Ty, Al, Travis, Matt. Who else did I send it out? they all received it, and everybody loved the coin. So
Yeah.
They
There's a little something special on the back of that one if you
yeah,
put it in the light and then shut the lights off.
put it on some UV light and then
You don't even have
the lights
to,
on.
not even UV. I mean,
You know, I'm thinking so all the coins I have in a box, like right here above me and on the steps coming down to the basement. And I had one here on my desk for the longest time. And I forget who was here. I think it was Jarrett Datillo. And I was like, here, you can have this coin. And I haven't replaced my coin here on my desk because that's where I usually keep my coin. I was trying to see if there was one in my desk drawer, but I don't see one. So I'm gonna have to get another one to put down in here. Good job, Gunny.
damn thing's falling everywhere.
But yeah, you might need to turn that. There you go. If you want one of these coins, I have them here at my house. You can email me, homefrontsitrep@gmail.com. They are $25 a piece. There is a surprise on the back. Just you'll have to order one to see what the surprise is. That's all we're saying. There is a surprise in the back. So
Stuff falling all over the place back there.
Yeah, so I want to give a shout out to challengeamerica.com. If you haven't been to challengeamerica.com, you need to go check it out. Their mission at Challenge America, we leverage technology and the creative arts to improve the lives of veterans and their families. We welcome you to tour our site and learn more about us and our work. So they have two different communities. So they have the MSI, the Military Sisterhood Initiative, is a national peer support network of and for women veterans. And then they have the Cav Arts community, which I'm super excited about because Homefront Sitrep, Triple Threat Vets podcast, Oscar Mike Radio, and Misfit Nation, we have partnered with Cav Arts or Challenge America Cav Arts to create a podcasting 101 platform within Cav Arts, which we have our next live that we're going to be doing from the Art of Podcasting site within Cav Arts. Be August the first Wednesday of August, I believe it is. So whatever date that is, I think it's August
6th.
Is it the 6th? Yeah, so it'd be August the 6th. We're going to be doing our live within Cav Arts. Now, when we did our last live, we had over, I think, about 100 people within that live. So if you're a veteran, the link is scrolling across to the bottom of the screen, cavarts, cavarts.org. Go there and register and join the site, and then look up and join the Art of Podcasting within there, because then you'll see what we got. And if you're thinking about starting a podcast, we're going to have all kinds of information in there that you're going to be able to download and look at and see. Because we'll talk about the different cameras that we use. Because like right now I have the OBS camera that I love because it follows me. It follows me around. But I started out with just a regular webcam, and then I upgraded this webcam. Then I went to a different webcam, and then and then I upgraded to the OBS bot here, the Tiny SE, which is what I got now. I paid $97 for it. I got it, on a deal on TikTok, and because normally they're like $150, and it was on sale for almost half off. I was like, give it here, I want it.
I use my computer camera.
Yeah.
And I'll just sit up here. You don't want to see you? I just pop it down so you don't have to see me. Let it go back down inside.
But no, man, as we're growing, like I'm gonna order Gunny. He don't want it, but he's getting it.
Because my kid keeps switching my mic out, and before the show starts, I never do it during the show. It's always before we go live.
Yeah.
But the kid switches the mic out, and then I'm trying to talk, and no one can hear me, and I can't hear anybody, and the sound comes through the computer, and I have to go in through the soundboard through the computer and switch everything to this mic and headset and everything. But yeah,
so I got to order. I'm ordering Gunny. I'm ordering Gunny one of these that comes with 2 microphones, 2 headphones. So Gunny will be receiving one of those. Homefront Sitrep's going to buy it for him, and then and then when we go to do like our lives, like from J Matt or from Warrior Weekend or wherever we're at, you'll be able to bring yours, and I'll be able to bring my microphones, and we can have
multiple guests.
Yeah.
Without having to share a headset and microphone.
Like we did the first time.
Yeah.
But so Gunny's gonna have a set, and then I'm gonna it'll be fun. I can't wait. And that's when we grow like we have been, and we get some sponsors in that will be able to help pay for stuff along the way, like be able to help pay for the package that we have with Heroes Media Group, or have some extra money just to come in to pay for things that we have going on within the Homefront community. Eventually we will be so we'll have the LLC, and then we'll have a foundation, the Homefront Sitrep Foundation, and we'll be able to put on big events, bring in veteran singers, do a bike ride, whatever we decide to do as a fundraiser, just so we can give back to the veteran community, because we have so many nonprofits that we support. Gunny has the ones that he's heavily involved with, and I got the ones that I'm involved with locally, and then the ones that we know, like Montana Warriors on the Water, or Warriors Next to Venture, or the Fallen Outdoors, all these great organizations that we've had on this show. We would love to be able to give back to them so they can continue their mission, because Gunny and I know that it takes money to run a nonprofit. And we're only going to support the ones that we know haven't lost their way.
Yeah.
And that's what we're all about. So that's down the road a few years from now, when we start the foundation and stuff. And that's because of all of you guys, our faithful watchers, listeners that come on and support us and continue our mission of reaching one veteran each day. That's, if we reach a veteran today, then we succeeded in our mission. It's what we love doing. But yeah, so go check out cavarts.org. If you're a veteran, go check out cavarts.org and register, join the community, and see what we have for the art of podcasting. So it'll be August the 4th is the 4th. August the 4th.
No, because the 1st is Friday.
Hold on, I'll tell you, because that's what she's got it set up for.
I'm telling you, it's not. The 6th is a Wednesday. I have a haircut. The 7th is a Thursday, and that's when Warrior Weekend starts.
Yeah, so she put the wrong date on there. I'll have to miss, because she's got 6/4.
Well, that's June. That's June 4. That's June.
All right, hold on. Let's see.
You need 8. 8.
I know. I'm looking. Maybe that was from the last one. Let's see. But anyway, Cavarts is they have if you want to learn how to play the guitar, they have guitars for vets. If you want to learn how to do leather working, like Gunny's hat there, that's amazing. There's Tandy Leather Work that you can go join. If you want to learn how to bake, there's a community in there of veteran bakers. If you want to learn how to cook, there's a community for that. So there's, within Cavarts, there's all these different arts programs, because anything, music is art, leatherworking is art, podcasting is an art. All of these different platforms are in one area. And guess what? There's no drama, because we're all veterans. if you don't like Facebook, you don't like TikTok, go to CavArts and see what is there. There's going to be a community for you within CavArts. And there's like the main feed section. It's like Facebook kind of sort of because you got your main feed section. But there's no drama that goes on in there. And I mean, hell, there's over 50,000 veterans within the CavArts community. So definitely go check out cavarts.org. So I definitely wanted to give them a big shout out tonight.
Yeah.
If you're a female veteran and you don't like being around male veterans, go see what the Military Sisterhood Initiative is. So you'd have to go to challengeamerica.com for that one. And then scroll down, you'll see CavArts, you'll see MSI there as well. And you can check out that if you're a female veteran. So my wife just texted, they're leaving and the oven is on.
Well, is the food in there yet?
I don't know.
So if they haven't put it in, you're not going to eat until 9:30 or 10 o'clock now.
I'm texting.
Your meatloaf is just loafing.
I know. It better be in the oven loafing, not outside. But anyhow, I know you get a hard stop here shortly.
Yeah, 8 o'clock. I got to jump off tonight. Which I'm glad we don't have a guest, so I don't have to jump off. I mean, I hated jumping off last week when we had those storms roll through, and it's like, dang, man. Yeah, there's nothing more disheartening for me than having to jump off, mid. I can't even say mid podcast. We might have been 10, 15 minutes into it. We just brought him in and we had a good conversation going. I'm like, gotta go.
Yeah.
See you later. Bye.
But you also had the threat of a tornado. So I understood that why you had to go. And we told our guests beforehand, hey, he might have to go.
Yeah, and I just didn't think, and then of course, that next day or later that day, you get that photo that pops up and, news confirms tornado touchdown here. And it's, within 2 miles of your house. You're like, man.
Yeah. I mean, because they could have shifted anyway. I mean, it could have shifted right back towards you.
Yeah, but it was not like, so Richardson Road does this.
Yeah.
My road does this, and then it turns into Richardson.
Right.
So right here is basically where it touched down, right? And there's a road here, then a road here. This road is where it touched down. So, I mean, I say it as the crow flies. It was probably, it was within 2 miles because it's 3/4 of a mile from my house to the front of our subdivision. And it's basically a straight shot, right? And even though it was on the ground for less than a minute, still being that close, that's the closest that we've been to here at my house since we've lived here, and we've been here since 2010. Pioneer got hit real bad one year, and north of us have been hit real bad, but right here
that's also a good thing. Like the area that you live in is very hilly. And usually tornadoes don't like to travel on the hills. They like to skip top to top.
Yeah, but I'm at the top of the hill in my subdivision.
Yeah, but they're still more above you, though.
No, there's not.
Around you.
No. A couple trees, that's it.
Yeah, true.
Like the house beside me, the two houses beside me and across the street might set up higher than my house, but it's a couple feet. It might be a 4-foot difference. So I mean, I'm at the top of the hill in my subdivision, the highest point in our subdivision.
Yeah, that would be scary because
that's why we're moving to St. Augustine.
So, all right, your wife made a post on friggin' Facebook earlier looking for a realtor to ask some questions, bro. I'm like, are they moving? When they moving? So we need to figure this out, bro.
Let me dispel this rumor real quick. Yes, she was asking for friends that are realtors or within that business.
Yeah,
we are in the process of finishing the basement, and she was gonna ask how far does a basement have to be finished in order to be considered livable, liable space in order to recoup the monies, right? So we're finishing the bathroom for sure, full bathroom
Right.
in the basement, right? So that's
Okay.
going to increase the value a little bit. We are putting a wall. We're making another room, but only 2 walls are going to be finished for now.
Okay.
And then there's going to be a huge storage area down there.
Is it a walkout basement?
It is, and it
Okay.
has 2 massive windows,
Egress
but egress windows. Yeah, I mean huge. I mean bigger than it might be smaller than what's in here. But the problem is those rooms are not going to be finished. It's just going to be, for now, 2 walls, and then we'll finish later. Now, once those rooms are finished, absolutely, I know it counts. But on the realty side and money wise, it was what it counts. So I think she got her answer, the answer she was looking for. It wasn't for anybody to come out here and look at the house and appraise the house and put the house on the market. We're not there yet.
Yeah, because you got to wait for the youngest, right?
Yeah,
to graduate, if I remember correctly.
Well, I mean, and it may not, if depending on what the market does, and dude, Kentucky claims to be a veteran-friendly state.
They're not,
but my damn taxes aren't showing it.
Yeah,
so
that's why I want to move to Florida, bro, because Florida is definitely veteran-friendly.
Yeah, but it's not even that, right? So you look at our vehicle tax, and for my truck, I'm paying $600 or $700 a year just to have my truck.
Yeah.
And then you got the tag fee on top of that. And it's like, dadgum. I remember when I was in North Carolina, it was $26 or whatever it was for my tag, $24, whatever it was for my tag. Because I know it was more expensive. That's another thing. It's $1 more for me to have a Purple Heart tag than it is to have a regular tag. And I'm like, what the hell? So
as a Purple Heart,
it's whatever.
Yeah. As a Purple Heart veteran, you shouldn't have to pay for a Purple Heart tag.
Yeah,
you shouldn't.
But yeah, just I mean the no income tax, the no tax on your retirement, all this stuff that and then just the weather, the barometric pressure change that happens here in the Ohio River Valley is frigging killing my joints, and especially the ones that or in the bones that have been broken.
Yeah,
I feel it when it gets extremely hot. I feel it when it gets extremely cold. I feel it when the humidity, and we like the St. Augustine area. We really did. I mean, I've spent time in the Tampa area. I've spent time in Miami. I spent time in Orlando. I've spent time in the Panhandle. I spent time Sebring. So I spent time in a lot of places in Florida, and we may not be right on the water where she wants to be, but with most of those storms that hit Florida coming across out of the Gulf, by the time they get to the St. Augustine area, they're diminished into a tropical storm or less. Very rarely does a hurricane hit the Jacksonville area. But yeah, I mean, and everything's right there. You got Jacksonville Airport that's right there. That's close. You got Daytona if you want to do that. You're a couple hours from Orlando. I mean, there's just so much more to offer, especially as we get older and the kids leave the house. Right? I don't need what I have now. Yeah, hell, I don't even need this with the kids with what we have now.
Right.
It's good if I have family or friends or teammates that need a place to stay or need a place to crash, but damn, my couch can do that. I crash on plenty of couches.
Oh, you and me both. You and me both.
So, but yeah, we definitely. She is heavily looking still, and if we can find something that we really, really like by the end of this year, maybe we move over the winter. I mean, I hate to take Miles out of school and have him start over fresh, but maybe that's what he needs to get a kick in his butt.
Maybe. So we got some friends that moved not recently, but within the last 5 years. They moved to Tampa area, Odessa, and it was what their kids needed. But now, granted, all of their friends and stuff are here.
Yeah.
The youngest, Maddie, who will be a senior this year, she has expressed that she wants to move back to Kentucky to graduate here. But I don't know if that's going to happen or not. But I know mom and dad will probably stay in Florida. Brother's going to South Florida, University of South Florida. And I think she wants to go to college in Florida, but she wants to graduate here with all of her friends here. So I don't know. I don't know. But I got one more year. My daughter will graduate this upcoming school year. She'll be a senior this year. She graduates. My oldest is going to EKU. She moves in August the 13th. And then school starts the 18th at EKU. So my wife is already tearing up.
Yeah. She got a week and a half, 2 weeks to go before.
Yeah. So it's going to get worse. And it's just like, we'll see how it all plays out. I'm excited.
And that's another thing that's holding us here, right? So Micah is going into his senior year of college, right? Even though he's only been out of high school for 2 years, and to finish his criminal justice degree, but he wants to stay on with what he's doing now with the police department,
right?
And he has to be taking a minimum of, I think, 6 semester hours per semester in order to stay where he's at, and the city will recoup if we have to pay anything out of pocket. Nice. Which is fine, right? He has scholarships that he can still fall back on even after he graduates. Once he does get that certificate in hand, that diploma in hand for his bachelor's, the Kentucky Department of Veterans Affairs stops paying out.
Yeah.
But he has other scholarships that he can roll into if he wants to stay, because technically he's a sophomore, right? Even though he is going to his senior year, he's only done 2 years of college. In the eyes of whatever,
right.
It's however it's done. But
so, what scholarships from KDVA did you get?
I'm 100%. So he gets that.
Okay. I was thinking there was other scholarships that maybe I could apply for, but I just need to hurry up and get to 100%. That's kind of where I need to go.
Yeah. So I mean that one, as soon as they get, so we were going to use it while he was in high school. But they count a diploma as a certificate. So if he would have only had those first 2 years paid for. I mean, granted, we only paid like $3,000 a year,
right,
for a full year of college when he was in high school.
Yeah.
But now that he's out, KDVA covers all of it, right? Through that whatever, because I'm broke, basically, not money wise, but I'm broke.
Yeah.
Physically.
Yeah, physically.
But yeah, it's just one of those things. And, if we leave, the boys truly have nobody here. Grandma and grandpa's here, aunts and uncles are here. We hardly ever see him, know, right. And I wouldn't want to leave him with nothing whatsoever. It's different if he goes into the military and he has nothing, because even though I say he has nothing, we all know there's drill instructors that are going to look out for him. There's other instructors that are going to look out for him. There's platoon sergeants, platoon commanders, that are going to look out for him if he decides to go that route. Miles is the same way. But if he decides just to stay in college and stay the route that he's going now, and then wait till he turns 21 to apply to a Fed job, I don't know if they have anything like that in Florida for him to fall onto for a year and a half, 2 years while we're there before he turns 21,
Yeah.
So that I think that is going to hold us here more than wait until Miles graduates.
Right. I mean, that makes sense.
Because I can see him going to a trade school over anything else and doing like welding or HVAC or electrical or whatever, right? I don't think that a 4-year school is going to be good for him. But he may change. His friend group may change a little bit. His attitude towards school may change a little bit.
Yeah.
His forgetfulness and may change a little bit as he matures and gets older. And we'll see. But right now I think the holdup isn't the little one; it's the older one.
I got you. Well, Gunny, you got 5 minutes, so it's time to close her out, brother.
Dang, already?
We got a hard stop. Yeah, you know me and you. We could
sit there, run our sucks too much.
Oh, yes, we do. Yes, we do.
Yeah, man. Yeah, everybody out there, you're not alone. You still have worth. You still have value. There are people out here that still want you in their lives. Don't let the dark days win. Surround yourself with people that are going to build you up and not tear you down. And you do not have to be a product of the environment that you grew up in.
I'm not even going to read it tonight. I'm just going to let you guys read it. Let it sink in.
It needs to be read because there are going to be people that are going to listen to this, not just
You're
watch.
right. In the silence of your struggles, remember, though unseen, you are deeply held in the hearts of others. You are not alone. Hashtag be someone stranger. I was listening to Travis. He did a video because he got one of our coins, and he was like, hashtag be someone stranger. And he's like, man, that's a powerful message. And it really is, because if you think about it, we as humans, we're more apt to talk to a complete stranger than the ones we love the most. So be somebody stranger. If you're out and about and you see somebody and it looks like they might be having a bad day, or somebody that might just be looking normal, go up to them, say, hey, how you doing today? And if they give you the red flags, I'm okay, I'm hanging in there, I'm living the dream, then ask the next hard question. How are you really doing? But you have to be ready for that conversation, because it could be a 5-minute conversation. It could be a 5-hour conversation. Hell, it could even be an 8-hour conversation. You just need to be ready for that conversation. If you ask the question, you got to be ready for it.
Yeah, it takes a village. It's hard to fight the demons by yourself. You have to have people that you're surrounded by to help ease that pain sometimes, even if it's just an ear, right? We all don't want to be fixed. Sometimes we just need to get the devil out of us. And by talking is the easiest way to do that. So use your people.
Yeah, definitely use your people, your village. Big shout out to Reese Across America Radio. You can find Homefront Sitrep on there Thursday nights, 11 p.m. Eastern. So Reese Across America Radio. So reaseacrossamerica.org/radio. Go check it out. You can find it on the TuneIn app, iHeartRadio, Audacity, and search the word Reese, and you can find us there. Like I said earlier, big shout out to our partners, Heroes Media Group, Military United Podcast Streams, Reese Across America Radio, Elite Engraving, Same Flag, Same Oath.com. Who am I missing?
Valor Pins and Coins.
Valor Pins and Coins. So go check out Mr. Brent Casey there. Also go check out homefrontsitrep.com. That's our website. You can see all of these great organizations that we've had. I need to update. I've been slacking on the website because I'm a one-person man here. I need to update the website with the recent ones we've had. And Gunny, I will tell you something. I have to kick myself in the butt. I recently bought that 16 terabyte hard drive, right?
You still haven't put it in?
No. This is where, so I formatted it. Like I plugged it in, just did the format automatically, because that's something that I always was taught to do. Moved everything over to the hard drive over days, because I had over 1 terabyte of stuff on my computer. So I was moving everything over, got everything moved over. Everything was working. Everything was working beautiful. So I deleted everything off my computer. Deleted it all because I needed to free up storage. So I deleted everything off my computer. And when I came back the next day and replugged the stick back in, everything was corrupted. Everything. I couldn't open anything. So 2.5 years worth of podcast stuff I've lost. So now I downloaded this app that will help, because technically when you move it off of your computer, that file's not gone.
Right.
It's in whatever it's called.
It's in the ones and zeros.
Yes, it's in the ones and zeros. So hopefully I think I can get it all back. and then redo it back in there, but we'll see. But anyway, so go check out homefrontsitrep.com. You'll see all these great organizations, veteran singers, business owners, you name it, they're on there. Our shirts on there, Marine It Down, our hat, our Homefront Sitrep hats on there as well. So go check out our website. What's up, Albert Hero? About to end the show. But yeah, it is that time of night, Gunny. I know you got to get out of here. So
yeah, she's in here, get the eyeballs on me already. So
we love you, April.
She can't hear you.
But anyway, it's that time of night, guys. Like we always say on Homefront Sitrep, stay safe out there. We got your six.
Thanks for listening. Hope you enjoyed this show.
Suggestions and comments are always welcome.
Cannot wait to have another great show with y'all.
Don't forget you can find Homefront Sitrep on Apple, Amazon, Spotify, or wherever you get your favorite podcasts.
Stay safe out there. I got your six.